1925?
I got the 1925.
Wow.
I have to look in the catalog. I think it's $128 for the 1925s.
And good luck getting it.
And good luck getting them. I have a third as many of these as I did the 23s. About half as many as the 24s. Absolutely stunning, beautiful 1925 United States peace dollar. And like I said, the fact that I could hold the price on the 24 was pretty amazing. To hold the price on the 1925, almost all the peace dollars. People say, "Hey, my grandfather gave me coins." It's always a 1922 piece dollar.
Yeah.
It's always a 1922 piece dollar in pretty ratty condition.
Not uncirculated.
Not uncirculated.
Yeah.
And so then occasionally you'll see some 1923s, occasionally some 1924s, but then you don't see much after that, 25s. And then by the time you get to 1928, the 1928 is, I think 28p is what, about a $2,000 coin or something like that, and a nice, really high grade uncirculated. I mean, you know, so now you start getting tremendous rarity within this because they really start cranking down the peace dollars by 28. And then of course, you know, then what happens is you know, you're starting to have some economic issues starting to happen, and so they last make the peace dollar in 1935. You know, they didn't make it in like 1931, 32. I mean, you know, they didn't even make it in those years because of the Great Depression. And so this is leading up to that, and they're just reducing the mintage, reducing the mintage. So then to be able to get this coin in a nice uncirculated condition for the same price as the 24, the 23, even the 22 is virtually unheard of. I don't have nearly as many of these, but it still is part and parcel of the set. Okay, is what you're doing. And so to be able to do the sale price in the face of rising silver.
Yeah.
Okay, so silver went up about 10%, so we lowered our price by 20%. Okay, so that's what we do, by 24%, I think, actually, is what it comes down to, 23%. And so, absolutely incredible opportunity there. But what happened is somebody moved a big chunk of them. I bought those. Right. So when I get a good deal, you get a good deal, and that's what we try to do. And that's what makes a show here for us. Right. It's not just what we see, what we have. It's just, oh, let's see what I got laying around the warehouse. Right.
It's what can you do a great deal on.
I've seen people do that. It's the things that I think are underappreciated, that I can get a great price on, that have great intrinsic value, has got great social value, like the Baby Bat 5-ounce coin. I think I've only got about 100 left of those that were very cool as well. And then when I get this, which is a very historic coin, the peace dollar, and what amounts to a relatively low mintage at then an absolutely stunningly great price, and then I'm able to give you a condition as well at uncirculated, gives you a spectacular opportunity. Now,
this is not getting a presentation, but we're gonna just go to hsn.com and show you one of the goodies. I know Mike can speak to this. This is the 1922